What's up, everyone? Welcome in. So today we are going to play Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. A little background about me and my MMO experience. I've been playing EverQuest for 17 years. I quit a while back, so it's been a while, but I have 17 years worth of knowledge in EverQuest, and during that time we had heard about Pantheon. More importantly, there we go. The Pantheon is or was going to be rather, an attempt at being a successor to EverQuest. So tonight we are going to delve in and see what's what and see if this game stacks up to the original EverQuest or not. Excuse me. Alright, so I've created a slew of characters. They're all level 1. I have not played the game yet. I've only logged in to create characters and make a few guilds. And what I did on this character was I right-clicked on your beginning scrolls and your beginning quest scroll, or note rather, which is very, very similar to how EverQuest does as well. The only difference I noticed on that was that you actually have to right click your beginning spells, whereas in EverQuest your beginning spells are already scribed, which is not a big deal at all. Character creation, just like EverQuest, is very basic. While the graphics are better than EverQuest, the character creation process, as far as like hair choices and whatnot, are about the same. Granted, better graphics, but you don't get much choice, which is something I would have expected from a game that claims to have better graphic technology and whatnot. So upon making characters, that was one thing I noticed. Now, popping into the actual game, I noticed right off the bat, the graphics are way better. Still very basic, which is okay. I'm not a big critic as far as graphic goes when I play a game. Uh, Specifically an MMO. If the game itself is good, I'm able to look past graphics, so that doesn't really bother me. But looking around, um, it's very obvious that the graphics are way better than EverQuest. So here we are in our inventory. We've got our main inventory screen here. Shows you your stats, your level, your hit points, all that good stuff. Level progress. It's also got a mastery progress meter here. You can check out your melee, your defense, your ranged, your spell stats, all that good stuff, which is something that's really cool that EverQuest did not have in the beginning. Being able to click on each one like so. Now it did have a stats page for these things, but not like this. Some of which was added later on. Also, you've got your skills list here for your class, which is something you also had to pull up separately. So having all of this combined into one window, I really like that. Your resistances, I love how they use the symbols. Being able to hover your mouse over each one to see what it is. It's really cool. Another thing I noticed right off the bat is, just like EverQuest, you had your copper, your silver, your gold, and your platinum. In this game, it has an extra one, mithril, which I really like. Another thing I noticed right off the bat, you get plenty of inventory slots, and you get to start with a 10 slot bag. So that's really cool. You've got a plethora of different gear slots here, just like EverQuest. Earrings ×2, rings ×2, necklace, head slot, shoulder slot, back slot, wrist, waist, chest and legs, feet, hands. Relic is a new slot, so that's pretty cool. You even got your dedicated torch slot here. Another thing I noticed right off the bat is you've got food and drink in your inventory, just like EverQuest. You have to eat and drink, which brings me to the food and drink meters up here above your character health, mana, and all that. Reckoning 3, I do not know what that is yet, but we will figure it out. Wrath, I would assume, is a bar that fills up during combat. I'm guessing it would allow you to use a special ability when it fills up. I don't know for sure yet, but I'm guessing that's what that is. So that's really cool. Professions. Click to open the schematics bag where you can store your crafting schematics. Okay, so you've got a dedicated crafting bag here. That's really cool, and it has a lot of slots, which is even better. That is something EverQuest did not have, especially in the beginning. They do have dedicated crafting bags now, but that didn't come until years later. So that's really cool. I see here you will eventually have a list of your professions and gathering professions. I do believe the first starting note that I clicked on, I do believe that's what that's for, to go and get your crafting and gathering unlocked. So we'll be doing that here in just a moment. So I did check out the UI a little bit my first time logging in, as well as made my guild. We're starting off with a paladin here, and I did a few keyboard changes because I like to be able to use A and D to actually turn my character rather than run sideways. So that was one thing I did. If I want to run sideways, I can just hold down right click and do that. Okay, that's cool. Swimming, I love swimming. Okay, figure out how to get out of here now. There we go. Climb out. That's cool. Okay, so I immediately noticed questing is a lot easier to pick up. Rather than having to type a certain command, you can just click on them to start their dialogue, and you get a decline or accept window. Along with a view of what rewards you'll get when you finish. So that's pretty neat. In progress. Very good, very good. Alright, let's run around and explore a little bit here. Yeah, I like using my mouse to navigate rather than using my side to side run buttons. Now I might change back to default key setup later on, but for right now I've got my keys set just like I had them in EverQuest. Or I can easily just hit E to sit down, stand up, and I can hit Q to attack, both right beside my movement buttons. Yeah, the graphics in this are quite beautiful actually. Cloth armor, leather armor. Got the warrior trainers over here. It's pretty cool. Elias Elowin, Sarah Elowin. Taryn Osprey. General vendor, supplier. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what. Trade skills, a mysterious letter. That was the letter that was in my inventory when I started. Foreman Aldius. Okay, let's see if we can locate him. There he is, right there. Alright. Complete. Okay. Alright, learning to craft. apprenticeship tokens. Craftspeople around town will recognize these tokens and offer to teach you their skills and trade for them. Choose carefully. I only have these two tokens for you, and you will not be able to get more. Okay, so you only get to choose 2 crafts, at least to start out, which is nice. Alright. And you click on it a second time to complete. Okay. Bring back 3 chunks of ore. I'll pay you for the trouble. 75 copper, no experience. In progress. 3 potatoes. Okay, so you're basically going to go down through your list here and grab all of these. This one gives you crude salvaging tools. Okay. You use it at the scavenger's workbench. Okay, sure, you can go out and gather materials, but sometimes you come across an old weapon or a piece of armor that you don't really need. Why not try to get something out of it, I say. Okay, so from what I can tell here, you can salvage old gear that you don't need. Hey, Bronson. Yeah, I just started for the night. I've been kind of sick and I've been sleeping a lot. I actually woke up from a long nap about an hour ago, so we'll be up for a while. So I figured why not dive into this new game here and do a live review. So I've been playing well, up until I quit a few years back. I'd played EverQuest for 17 years. So I'm very experienced in MMOs like this one. So far, from what I can tell, let's go ahead and complete that. That gives me my crude salvaging tool. So we've got 4 trade skill quests here. Plus this guy has some stuff for sale, it looks like. He's got more bags here, I see. That's cool. Some schematics and whatnot. That's cool. Simple wood torch. Okay. Horsehair brush, scraps of burlap cloth. That's really neat. So, creating my guild was pretty much the same as how you would do it back in the day in EverQuest. Eventually they made it to where you pop up a window and just type in your guild name and click create. In this game it's more basic, more simple. You just type / guild create and then the name of your guild, and it makes it for you. And if your name is already taken, it tells you, and you just type the command again with a different name until you get one that it accepts. So I went ahead and made Oblivion, which is the guild that I started and ran in my early days of EverQuest. Became a top tier guild on the particular server that I was on. And I wanted to bring back my old name, so Oblivion it is. It has absolutely nothing to do with the game Oblivion. My guild name Oblivion back in EverQuest, I had put a lot of thought into it when I made that guild. I wanted to have a silent guild where we never flew our guild tags above our head like you can see here on mine. And it was a PvP server, so it was kind of a thing where we wanted to be stealthy, because there's what you call a who command. Let me see, use the L key to toggle. So basically, you go to who, or you can actually type who in your chat window, just /who, and it gives you a list of everyone in the zone with you. And if you're not anonymous, like pretty much everyone on the who list here, no one's anonymous. It tells you pretty much everything you need to know about their character, what zone they're in, thrown fast, their name, like me, Ralagarn, their level, their race, and their class. So you can see there's a bunch of other people in the zone here that I'm in. I'm actually the lowest level in the zone. I just started this character, so I'm brand new at this game. On a PvP server, everyone not being anonymous on the who list was actually a bad thing. This here is not a PvP server that I'm on, so it's okay. But on a PvP server, if you were not anonymous, people would know where you're at and they could hunt you down and, try to kill you. And so the reason for my guild then, the reason I named it Oblivion, is because I wanted it to be a guild where we were fully anonymous at all times. Nobody would know where we're at, what we're doing, what level we are, how many of us there are, so on and so forth. People would be oblivious, quote, oblivious to our presence. So I named the guild Oblivion. And that gave us a pretty good advantage because, people didn't know us. People didn't know how many of us there were and all that good stuff. And where we were, more importantly. So we could come into a zone and just go and slaughter another guild trying to, kill a world boss or whatnot, and take the boss for ourselves. And they had no idea we were coming because we were always oblivious. Alright, so we've got bankers here, just like in EverQuest. Simple names: Banker Thylane, Banker Damro, Banker Simond. Right click on them to interact. You can put coins and items in your bank. I notice right off the bat you've got more bank slots than what EverQuest gave to you to start out with. So that's really cool. And you can put bags in your bank slots in EverQuest, which I would assume you can do in this, seeing how we've got bag slots on our character. So I would assume you could do the same thing. So far everything in this game is exactly the same as EverQuest, just with updated graphics and mechanics and whatnot. Naming in the game seems to be pretty much the same. I do know that the makers of this game are the same developers that started EverQuest, minus Brad McQuaid, who passed away. God rest his soul. So it looks like they've continued his work very well so far, from what I can tell. Alright, we've got some quests. Let's see if we can find some more before we go out and start killing stuff. Watchguard Ballast. Oh, we've got a smelter over here. Looks like a place to blacksmith, perhaps. Or to cook, maybe. Aha, there's a forge right here. So this is a blacksmithing place right here, it looks like. That's cool. Let me see something here. Let me target this guy. Press C. Just like EverQuest, he's red con. Con means consider. When you target something by clicking on it and then press C, you consider them. And it tells you based on the color of the text how hard of a fight they would be. And I know if something is red text, you want to stay away from it. This guy acknowledges me as an ally, which means he's very friendly. Whereas if he were not friendly, it would say something more like scowls at you, ready to attack. That's what it said in EverQuest. I'm not sure what it will say in this game, but I'm almost certain that it's going to be something pretty similar. In EverQuest, it would say Watchguard Ballast regards you as an ally. This one says acknowledges you as an ally, so it's very close. This fight would be madness. Do you have a death wish? Yeah, that's that's a very good description there. Okay, Alden Ferrite. Blacksmithing. I can teach you if you have the coin. Well, I want to see what else is available first, because I've only got 2 coins. And if this game is anything like EverQuest as far as trade skills go, blacksmithing would only be good at low levels. At high levels, it would not be good because everything you would collect from killing enemies would be way better than anything you can smith. Now, I could be wrong about this game. It could be, totally different, but so far everything seems to be the same as EverQuest, so I highly doubt crafting gear would be better. So I think for trade skills, I think I would rather go with something that I can use throughout the entire level range, such as cooking skills or perhaps alchemy. Let's see what else we've got around town here. Sleepwalking Oscar. He's asleep. Z. Can you go inside buildings? Yes, looks like you can. Ooh. Have I stumbled upon an alchemist shack here? Nope, he doesn't have any quest dialogue or anything. Mysterious traveler. Yeah, this is gonna be fun for sure. Just a guard on a mostly empty building. Couple boxes. Oh, can't crush them. Okay, that looks like one of the exits of the town. Angry Samuel. You do not want to get on my bad side right now, traveler. I'm sure that's probably true since how I'm level 1 and pretty much have nothing at the moment. Alright, see what else we can find. Basically, I want to see what all quests I can grab around here. Nothing. Leatherworker's workbench, there's a loom, a sewing table, so this is a good crafting place right here. Tanning vat. Okay. It's a faction NPC. That's the warrior section here, which I don't need. I'm a paladin. Alright. I think we're ready to go out and start killing a few things. See what the combat's like. I have seen some gameplay and it does look very similar to how it was in EverQuest, so I should pick up on it pretty quick. So we'll head over this way, see what we got over here, and go from there. So far, I give my stamp of approval on EverQuest successor. So far. But we have barely just scratched the surface here. Well, we got some chat down here. People talking out of character. That's another thing EverQuest had, was out of character chat. Here we are. We've got some enemies here. Small dusk bat. Alright, let's see what combat's like here. Okay, so that was a pretty tough little bat there. Same as EverQuest, right click to loot an enemy. That's cool. Gives you a description of the item, how much it weighs. Dusk bat, let's con it. So I just killed a red con. That's why it was so hard. My very first kill in this game was a red con. How about that? Wow. No wonder it was so rough. So I probably went out the wrong exit. We'll try the other exit. Going across the bridge over there. Actually go to a spot where we're supposed to be. Obviously the bats are a little too hard for us right now. Our health seems to regenerate pretty decently. I do like that. Have a sprint function to sprint, run a little faster, but you can only do that for so long before you get tired. Here's the starting area where I popped into the world. Jump. Horses, chickens. found the farmer's house. Fisherman. We're not going to worry about swimming just yet. A small brown rat. Consider. It's a white con, evenly matched. That's the ones we want to go for, is white. Aha. Take the loot. Okay, we got a little experience. Let's see how much we got from that. 2 kills. So I killed a red con and a white con. That's cool. NPC names in this game seem to be about the same as what they were in EverQuest, which I really like. It brings back that original EverQuest feel to it that I remember from the very beginning. Just like in the very beginning of EverQuest, you start out killing little small things like rats like this, and spiders and things like that. Didn't find anything on that one. Alright, let's sit down and see how fast our health recovers compared to normal. Yep, same as EverQuest. Sit down to rest and your hit points and mana and whatnot come back a lot faster. We're almost up to full health. There we go. Cool. I really like that. That's pretty awesome. So it looks like we could run around the kind of the outskirts of town, kill rats in the safety of the town, gain a level or 2 that way, and then go outside the city and start fighting some bigger things. Though it doesn't look like there's all that many rats in here. So it would probably be better to cross the exit bridge once I find it again. Just like EverQuest, you start with nothing and build yourself up. Okay, that's the red con direction. I need to go over this way. On the other side of town here. Oh, I heard music. It's locked. That's cool. got over here? There's a bat. It's probably red, I'm guessing. It is yellow. Yellow would be 2 or 3 levels above me. What's this? Yellowback hornet. Let's see what you are. A white con. There's a rat. So I think I found me a good area here. Awesome. Take all. Alright, we'll take on... Well, let's get our full health. We'll take on the yellow con. Higher level than I am. Yeah. Oh no, this is looking bad here. We might have to run. Unless I get a good critical hit on it. There. Now he's running. Got him. It's a tough fight when you're fighting stuff higher level than yourself. Oh, I see a crumbling skeleton. Paladins are especially good at fighting undead. So we'll go for him. Get our health back. One thing about these kind of games, you cannot expect to level up real fast. Although leveling fast might be possible, it's usually never a good idea because you can get the levels, but you're not going to have the gear and the skills to back it up. Alright, come on, Skelly. He's a white con. Oh yeah, my undead spell tore him up real good. Got some loot. Ooh, he had a sword. Rusted longsword. Just like EverQuest. Rusty weapons at the very beginning. Yeah, so far it's got my stamp of approval here. Okay, so notice this spiderling here is a yellow con that says indifferent to your presence. This opponent would pose a great challenge to you. Indifferent means it knows you're there but it doesn't care. Now it's not hostile but it doesn't like you either. It's just neutral. It doesn't like you or dislike you. See about the snake here. White con means it would be evenly matched. So whenever something's indifferent, you know it's not going to attack you. It does not like nor dislike you. Yeah, this game is a spitting image of EverQuest all over again. I mean, I actually feel like I'm back in the very, very early beginning days of EverQuest. The days of EverQuest that made me fall in love with the game, which is really awesome. I love it. Get my health back, some of it. I can probably take on the rat here without full health. Oh yeah. Yep, just like EQ, when they get low health, they start running. Oh, I gotta equip those. Okay. Basic mining pick. Equip that to my tool slot. Harvesting. Equip that. Skinning knife. There it is. Salvaging tools. Move it to schematic bag. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see what this is all about here. Skin the rat. Rat meat and a pelt. Take all. Just like EverQuest, a few seconds after you kill something, unloot it, the corpse disappears. Ooh, fire beetles. That's another EverQuest-like enemy there. Yellow con. So it looks like right now I want to stay away from yellow cons until I get a little bit better of a weapon. Alright, let's take on the Hornet. This is the spitting image of EverQuest. This is so awesome. Shambling skeleton. Eyes you with a cold stare. Would pose a great challenge. Alright, let's get full health. Give him a try here, because we are exceptional against undead opponents. Nice. Our spells do better damage to undead than they do to normal enemies, which is why I don't mind taking on a yellow con skelly. He didn't even take half of my health, so that's awesome. Alright, here we go. Nice. Skeletons typically don't run from you. Hey, I got some copper. Undead creatures typically don't run from you when you get them down low health, so that's another thing that's the same as EverQuest that I love. Patience is a virtue in these games. These are not games that you want to come in with a let's get things done fast kind of attitude. Ooh, he's got help. So the skeletons help each other. This could be very bad. Yep, I'm gonna die. Ooh, I gained a level. And it gave me my health back when I gained a level too. Now that's something that doesn't happen in EverQuest. You don't get your health back when you gain a level in EverQuest. So I like that. That's a nice change. That is a very nice change. I like that. Hey, we got a cloth hood. Yes, I really like that. I thought sure I was gonna die there. Very cool. Alright, let's see what we got. Another 2 armor. Don't mind if I do. Put that on. Alright, our current weapon is a brittle sword. 3 physical damage, 2.9 delay. This one is rusted longsword. 3 physical damage, 2.9 delay. Okay. I do not believe we can dual wield just yet. Probably have to gain some levels here, I would guess. Yep. So we cannot dual wield just yet. But we got a little more armor. It's always nice. Elkhorn toad. A blue con. Blue con would be like 1 level below me. Still gives good experience. Green con would be a couple levels below me, and that's kind of where I want to stay away from. Stay away from the green cons because they don't give as good experience. So blue cons and white cons is kind of where you want to stay when you're by yourself. I do like that if you try to loot something and it tells you you didn't find anything useful, you have a skinning option to skin it and get some meat and or its fur, like so. So that's really cool. That's something you could not do in EverQuest. Yeah. Alright, I should heal. Forest Forager. What's he con? He's a blue con and he's indifferent. Okay. Alright, sit down, rest, get my health back. So far so good. This is a cool game. This is EverQuest all over again. The early days of EverQuest before the AAA companies took over and basically ruined it. This is the gameplay that made people fall in love with EverQuest. The early gameplay where you start with nothing and you have to actually build your character up, killing little small things like these to gain a few starting levels and then start venturing out a little bit further away from the city and, you know, kill some harder things, get some gear upgrades, you know, 1 or 2 gear upgrades, and just keep building and building and building and you know, coming across other players out in the world and, you know, grouping up with them and, you know, taking on harder things as a group. And this is why Project 99 EverQuest began, because once the big game companies bought out EverQuest, you know, the game changed, and, you know, it still retained its glory, but they started making it a little easier as far as like putting things in the game that kind of hold your hand and tell you what to do, and you know, taking away the element of surprise, basically, and, you know, not knowing what you're supposed to do and where to go. You know, they made all kinds of changes like that, you know, kind of made it to where it holds your hand a little bit. So I'm liking this. I'm liking the simplicity of it, you know, the bringing back of those elements that made so many people fall in love. Rifle with the raid. Welcome in, everyone. So we have been sitting here doing kind of a live review as we go here. Comparing everything that we're doing to how it was in the original EverQuest, and giving our stamp of approval or not. That one got a little close. It's because I didn't heal up before I started the fight. But welcome in, everyone. I am Dawson's Corner, and I am primarily a Souls player. I specialize in Dark Souls 1, though I've played all of them. I'm a world record holder in Dark Souls 1. If you wish to see what I have done in that game, there is a link below in my panels. to one of my playthroughs that I did in Dark Souls 1. I'm also a variety streamer. I do a variety of different games. I kind of switch back and forth between games here and there, but mostly Souls games is what I play primarily. Let's skin that. Here in the near future, we're going to be opening up a new streaming studio, gaming/streaming studio. So I will actually have a camera up and running then. You guys will be able to see me. And we will also be starting on some new types of streams. We're going to do some Bible study streams and things like that. Get into more Christian games as well as more family-friendly games. But for right now, until we get that up and running, we're going to be kind of sticking to this and our Souls games primarily, plus the other games we've currently got on our lineup. Nightbot, don't copy me. Hope you have a great night, bro, and great stream. Yeah. So far, so good. I slept most of the evening because I'm still sick, so I'll be up for a while. I didn't wake up from my long nap until 1 a.m. right before I came to see you. But do what you gotta do, brother. If you gotta go to bed, no big deal. I appreciate the raid. Thank you for bringing your community over here. You're awesome. And also thank you for getting me into this game. So far I'm loving it. This, like I've said quite a few times already before you raided in, this is definitely early EverQuest all over again. Everything that made me and thousands of other players fall in love with EverQuest is embodied here in Pantheon, and I'm loving it. I mean, even right down to the text that you see in your chat window when you kill things or whatnot. You know, like, you have slain Elkhorn Toad. You have gained some experience. You know, that's almost identical to what you see in EverQuest. And I really love that. You know, the names of NPCs, the names of these enemies. I mean, it's all the types of enemies: fire beetles, rats, spiderlings. This is all stuff you've seen in the newbie areas in EverQuest. Decaying skeletons was another one. They have a slightly different name in this one now, but still pretty much it's all the same, just better graphics and updated technology. So you can definitely tell that the same developers of EverQuest are responsible for this one. Yeah, on this one it's crumbling skeleton rather than decaying skeleton. Yeah, he stood no chance. My paladin spells do more damage to undead. This one here specifically, Disciplined Swing, or wait, no, it's this one. Dealing divine damage and generating 100 wrath or if you're fighting an undead target, it deals bonus damage and generates 200 wrath. So that's really cool. Really cool, really cool. I like it. Hello, Belartro. Yep, I made a paladin. I don't know if you're in the stream right now or not, but yep, I made a paladin. Just kind of running around checking out everything right now and seeing what's what. Good to see you over here. Sure. Yeah, any help I can get right now would be most useful. Right now I'm trying to level up a little bit. I want to get to at least level 5 tonight. So far I'm up to 2, so... Or wait, yeah, 2. Great, Brad McQuaid said you need it. Alright, I shall follow. I really love that you actually have food and drink meters in this game. You did not have those in EverQuest. Of course, in EverQuest, when you got hungry, it just automatically consumed your food and drink. So you really didn't have a need for the food and drink meters. I don't know if it's going to do that in this game yet or not. I haven't got that far, but we shall find out. It does not. Okay. So that explains the need for the food and drink meters then. Oh no, definitely not. Definitely don't want to spam click anything. Yeah, I learned that lesson in EverQuest years and years ago when I was brand new. I really hope they give us the ability to have last names. That would be pretty awesome if they did. Yeah, I started at the very beginning on day 1. That was sometime in '98, if I recall. '98 to 2001, I had the same guild name, Oblivion. I've only got 1 bag, plus whatever, yeah, my other slots are all full. Ooh, I've got 2 empty slots. I guess I should probably sell something real quick. Go over here to this vendor and sell some stuff. Alright, let's see. Alt plus right click to sell. I'm not going to worry about keeping most of this stuff right now because it was all newbie stuff that I can easily go get again. So I'll just get rid of it. I know it'll be useful for trade skills and whatnot, but right now I'd rather have money. There we go. Okay, so I've got a 10 slot bag open. I've got 6 extra slots after that. Gear! Woo! I can actually kill stuff a little better. My first kill was a redcon a while ago before you guys raided. That was my very first kill. A redcon. It came down to last hits. I almost died, but my spell did a critical hit on it and took it out right at the very last. Let's see, I think he just gave me a two-hander. No, that's a one-hander there. Now let me put this gear on. That'll be much better. That's helpful, thank you. Thank you so much. Ooh, a shield. Legs. Gloves. And it's all got stats even, that's awesome. That helps, thank you very much. One-handed warhammer. 7 physical damage, 1 strength, 1 wisdom versus 1 strength, 1 agility. 2.8 delay, 2.8 delay, so those are the same other than the agility versus wisdom. I think I'll go with the hammer for the wisdom since I'm a pally. This on. Shoulder knee pads. Those on. Alright, how do I look? Hey. I look better. I look a little less noobish. I like that. I like that. Thank you very much. That's very awesome. God bless you. That's pretty awesome. It's another thing I really love about the MMO community, running into helpful people like yourself. That's really awesome. And I did that for a lot of years in EverQuest too. I got to a point where I was running around giving away stuff all the time. So it's actually really, really nice to, you know, have somebody actually help me for a change. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Alright, we're gonna go kill some more stuff. I want to see just how much I can do solo at the beginning of the game and kind of gauge. My main purpose is to gauge how long it takes to solo a character from 1 to say 10 at the very beginning, and see how close or how far it is from EverQuest. So far it seems about the same. Nothing that you want to, try to rush or anything. Oh yeah, it died a lot faster. I didn't even have to use my other skill. That's cool. That is really cool. Yes, I do know that. Yeah, I was very sad when I heard that Brad McQuaid passed away, but he had a very good team as well, and his team has definitely carried on his legacy. I can tell, especially with the addition of Aradune into this game. He's Aradune is Brad. Oh, is he in this city? Huh. That's cool. Dull iron great hammer. Oh, a two-hander? A two-hander? Let's see. Great hammer. Ooh, nice. 1 strength, 1 constitution, even better. That's cool. Unique magic ear, plus 18 hit rating. Very nice. Put that on. And let's see. We'll stick with the one-hander and shield for right now, and then we'll try the two-hander here in a little bit. Yeah, I want to see Aradune in person. That'll be cool. Aha! Haha! Nice. Perhaps I may have an adventure for you. Very nice. Yes, very nice. I like that. That's so awesome. Rest in peace, Brad. I really enjoy this so much already. Yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of hours into this and hopefully build Oblivion up just like I did in EverQuest. I'm not gonna hold my breath on being a top tier guild, but we'll give it a try. These days I don't have as much time to play as what I did back then in EverQuest, so it might be a little harder for me to accomplish that, but over the winter time we'll kinda sorta no life it, because I don't work in the winter time. It'll eat you alive out of group. Okay, that's good to know. Huh. I'm gonna sit here and take a break for just a moment. Just stand right here for the moment. Hydrate. We'll just have a seat here by the campfire and take a quick break for a moment. Okay, so another thing I've noticed is the similarity in all the different commands. Target this. Okay, I'll do that real quick. Brittle Bone Knight. Okay, so it's got the red arrow pointing down above its head. In the nameplate, I see a red arrow above its name, but I don't see anything in the nameplate itself. Con it. Eager to slay you. But when you con it, it does tell you this foe will require a group of adventurers to overcome. Okay. Okay. Hidden behind my action bar? Oh, I see. Okay, here it is. I want to move that up. I'm going to move that up. Let's put it up in... We'll put it up in this top right-hand corner here. I didn't even notice that. And then this is my other target window. I'll move that up here as well. Put him more in the middle, next to my compass. And put this one on the other side of the compass. Do that for right now. Yeah, I didn't even notice those windows come up down there. Ha! Awesome. And I like that you can drag them around. That's pretty cool. One friendly and one hostile. Yeah, I see that. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I like that. Huh. One thing I would like is some extra function over the chat window here. I'd like to keep it darkened at all times if possible, but it doesn't seem to let you do anything to it. Clicking on the main and settings. Ah, there we go. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I never saw this window before. Windows settings. Opacity. There we go. Let's put it on... Let's put it on 80. So I can still see through it, but I can still see the chat. That's better. I like that. That's really awesome. And you can scale it. Yeah, I don't like the fading windows. I never did in EverQuest either. I always had my main chat windows visible at all times, and font size seems to be pretty good in this game. I know you can change that, but I like the default so far. Let's see. Commands are exactly the same. Yell, shout, say, OOC, auction, tell, or /T. /T was what I always used. slash G for group, or P. G say, yeah, all these commands are exactly the same as they were in EverQuest. GU for guild, or for reply. There's the different colors. Con colors and whatnot. Combat colors. So that's EQ all over again. That's how I had EverQuest too. I had a separate tell window. I had a main chat window that had pretty much all miscellaneous stuff, and then I had a group only chat window, a guild only chat window, and tell windows. So I had like 4 different chat windows, specifically for guild group tells, and then everything else went to one spam window basically. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I really like this. This is awesome. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then of course I had a combat window, which in late game, I really didn't care about knowing how much damage I was dealing as far as in a chat window. So I kind of had my combat window hidden in EverQuest there in late game. Which I'll probably eventually do that later on in this game too. Get to a point where I know I'm doing damage and really don't need to see how much. Just get the window out of my way for other windows. I had hotkeys galore. Hotkeys upon hotkeys upon hotkeys. And they were all full. I don't know if I've still got a... Right, exactly. As long as the mob died, why do you need to see it? Yeah, exactly. Macros, I had tons of macros in EQ. Let me see if I think I've still got some old EQ screenshots on my computer. Don't know if I do or not. I might have put them on a disc. Let's have a look here. EQ screenshots. I do have some. I don't know how new they are, but... Oh wow, those are old. Very, very, very old. Eesh. I even got some EverQuest 2 shots on here. Wow. I forgot I even had those. That's pretty cool. I don't have any of my modern ones though. Doesn't look like. From right before I quit EverQuest. Ones where you can actually see how complex my UI was. Yeah, I don't have any of the latest ones on here, it doesn't look like. Let's check this folder and see. Well, let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, I actually did have a couple here before I went widescreen, so they're like square screen. Wow. That wasn't right at the end, but let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. Let me see. I don't want to put that one on there. It's got a friend's email address on it. That was why I took a screenshot, so so I would remember his email address. Yeah, here we go. This one I can show you guys. Let's see. EQ 000732. Let me see if I can pull that up. Image. Image file. Now I gotta locate it again. Caps. Whoops. Not supposed to do that. Screen caps. EQ screens. Screenshots. Alright, where are you at? There you are. 732. There. Yeah, that's kinda what my old UI looked like before I got my first widescreen monitor. After I got my widescreen monitor, it wasn't, as cluttered like that, but I still had all the hotbars and more chat windows and whatnot. Always had my potion belt up, always had, a bunch of different things up. Yeah, it was fun. But that kind of gives you an idea of how many hotkeys I had. I had a ton of them. Yes, remove. There we go. That was always fun. Alright. Okay, give me just a moment here before I get back to killing. I want to get my medicine taken and whatnot, because I'm still really sick. You guys haven't been around in my streams, so you probably don't notice, but my voice isn't the same right now as what it usually is. And please excuse my coughing fits if I happen to have another one. I haven't had one for a little bit, but yeah, I'm still really sick right now. Just the other night I was throwing up, and I think that part is all better now, but now it's just like that whole sickly blah feeling, feverish kind of feeling. So give me a moment to take some more medicine here. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. That, like making that sound right there. But I slept pretty much all day, so I also live with real insomnia. I'm on medication for it, and when I sleep as long as what I have these past couple days, it's pretty much to be expected to be awake for a while. So here I am playing Pantheon. Might as well do something, you know. Right now I'm going to take a day quill. That way it doesn't make me drowsy and then I fall asleep and only sleep for like an hour because of my insomnia. And then wake up even worse than what I am now. So yeah, Dayquil for me at the moment, which still does a good job for me. Dayquils and NyQuils are what work for me personally. They tend to work better for me than what a lot of the under-the-counter medicines work usually. Not all of them. There have been a few times my doctor gave me some that worked pretty good, better than what the Dayquils and NyQuils do. Alright, one moment. Then we will get back to killing. See if we can hit our goal before I get tired again. I'm pretty sure I can get to at least level 5, 6, maybe 7 before I get tired again. So I know I'll be up for a while. I didn't get up until 1 a.m. and it's only 3:43 at the moment, so we'll be here for a while. Alright, there we go. Had to pour it into the little cup that comes on top of the bottle. Taking the liquid Dayquil. Right. Grab me a paper towel and wipe this out now. Blech, that stuff tastes nasty. But it works. The NyQuil tastes good, the Dayquil's horrible. I like the taste of the NyQuil, but the Dayquil, ugh. Get a drink after that. Ugh. That's nasty. That's a little better. Alright. Sorry for that, guys. I gotta take care of myself. Okay, now we're still in the newbie area. Let me there a vendor nearby so I can empty out my inventory? Excuse me. I need to buy some of those 10 slot bags I saw a while ago. I don't remember where I saw them, but oh yeah, I do. I remember. Same guy that I got the quest from. Yeah, I need some bags, bad. Now, I clicked on the thing to show my stamina bar, but I don't see it. Ah, okay. The curved yellow bar right here beside me. Okay. Oops. Alt plus right click. Cool. I tell you what, reading through some of the comments on the Pantheon website and the forums, there was a lot of people saying this game is far from a successor to EverQuest, but from what I've seen so far, I highly beg to differ. I mean, this is original EverQuest all over again. This is so close, so close. Okay, I'm wondering, before I sell those, I want to learn how to do the salvage thing. Cause I got the salvaging tool. Right here. Ah, scavenger's workbench. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me salvage one of these. Can only do items with no stats. Okay. Well, everything has stats. That's what I've got here. 1 armor, 2 armor. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Let me try this one. Burlap cloth bolt. Alright, where did it go? Ah, right, useless scrap. The result of a failed attempt to salvage resources from an item. Might be worth a few coppers. Cool. Yeah, I don't expect to succeed all the time. Just like EverQuest, all kinds of failed combinations and whatnot. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's try this one. Let's see if I actually get a success from any of these. Wait a minute. Oh, that's no trade. No trade. No trade. Okay. So all I can do with that is destroy it then. Or drop it, or... Wait, no, I can't drop it. It's no trade. Alright. Let's see. How do you destroy? Ah, okay. Yes. There we go. Get those out of my inventory. Sweet. No trade. Cool. Awesome. Alright, let's put... Okay. Alright. I think I've made a decision on my 2 trade skills that I want to get. I don't know where they're at in this city, but I think I want to go with cooking and alchemy. Because, from what I can tell, everything is like, just like EverQuest as far as, I know being able to make my own gear would be good for early game, but I also know that getting drops will be better than what you can make. So I'd rather go with something like alchemy and cooking, stuff that I can, use throughout all the level ranges. Artful Stench quest. 4 vials of bear blood. Skitterfang venom glands. I actually think I had a couple of those. The Skitterfangs. I sold them. That's okay, I'll get more. Yeah. 3 to 5 steps to make something. That's pretty cool. I don't mind. Campfire. Use it at a campfire alchemy lab. Okay. Use at a smelter. I saw one of those down the way there. Yeah, I saw that. I really like that. Especially that they give you that at the very beginning of the game. That was something we didn't have in EverQuest until like late on in the later years. I really love that. Yeah, that's cool. All right, we're gonna do alchemy and cooking. Simple flux, accept, yes, accept, yes. Learning smelting. Learn the smelting skill. Okay, cool. Awesome. Goodbye. Alright, let's see. Schematic. Schematic bag. Good deal. Awesome. Sweet. A laboratory table. Okay. That's easy to remember. Yeah, this is like Dark Souls sprinting. Uses stamina to sprint. So you gotta manage your stamina. Brewery! Cool! Ha! Ha! Let's see. Yeah, I haven't gone in all the houses yet. Back in EverQuest, the reason I ended up quitting was because I was maxed out on my levels and my AAs, and there pretty much wasn't anything more that I could do at the time. I know there is now. They've raised the level cap and whatnot, and added more expansions since I quit, but oh, it is this house. Crafting profession, learning cooking. Good, good. Alright, let's grab this. Yeah. Cooking. Alright, we've got our two trade skills. 5 batches. A little bit of money, reward. Yeah, this stuff I can look at in my quest log. Kill some snakes. Make some stir fry. So we'll never run out of food because we'll be able to make it. Very nice. very nice. I like it. Tea, never run out of drink. Have stats and whatnot, just like EverQuest. Cool. Everything in this game I'm comparing to EverQuest. Okay, we got all of them. Sweet. A brewery. Okay, so you can use this to make your different things. That's cool. I like it. Alright, I need to get a visual of where this house is from the center down there. I see the center, so Annie Ray Provisioner. Alright, I'll take a screenshot. There we go. So I can refer to my screenshot to know where I'm at and who I'm looking for. Annie Ray. I'll go down here to the center. Turn around and face that house from here. Put my name tag right on the house there. And screenshot. There, now I won't forget where the cooking house is. Right over here is where I saw the smelter. Okay. Vaguely. Oh. Whoa. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is cool. How do I get off the wall? Well, let me off. Okay, hit the jump button. Rat tails. Yep, this game definitely's got my stamp of approval. This is a true successor to EverQuest. I'm loving it. Ha! Oh, that's so cool. Wow! Climbing walls. That's so cool. Oh, I like that. The bankers, everything. I saw that, I did. Yeah, I saw that when I was looking through all the different commands. You can type help, just like in EverQuest. And I sat here and I looked through all the commands last night. I was like, yep, that's EverQuest. Yep, that's EverQuest. Yep, that's EverQuest. That was how I learned how to create my guild and whatnot. I was actually looking through the list of commands to see if there was a surname command, but didn't see one. I hope they allow us to have last names later on. I don't mind right now, I just kind of wanted to know. Yeah, that's really cool. All these different commands you can use to make macros with and whatnot. Pretty neat. Yeah, I didn't think I would have a need for that yet, being low level and all. I kind of assumed it would be more of a higher level thing. Cooking tool schematic. Put that in my schematic bag. Schematic bag. Let's see what all we got. That's really cool. Acclimation. I didn't click on that before. Glyph pouch. Acclimation. Frigid. Uh-huh. For various resistances. That's really cool. Huh. I like that. Professions. Don't have any professions yet. I am up to 6 out of 10 skinning so far. That's cool. Butchering skills. Yeah, I like that. Very cool. Mastery, yeah. Yeah, I figured that's for later on. Anyways. Macros. Very cool. I like that you have a torch slot. Relic slot is one that I don't recognize from EQ. Okay, charm. Okay. That's cool. Very, very cool. And on the website it said it's going to have a very robust guild tool. So far I don't see much in the way of guild tool just yet. So I assume they just haven't implemented all of it. I'd like to be able to invite my alts into my guild. I'm going to have somebody help me do that. Yeah, that's what I assume, that they're still working on it. this is day one for me. I mean, I logged in yesterday just to make characters and create my guild, and I checked out the UI, but I didn't actually leave my starting spawn point until today. Where did I see that schematic bag at? I remember seeing it. Now I don't remember where I saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay, schematic bag right there. Cool. Yeah, that's a huge bag too. I like that. Huge. Very cool. Okay, so since I chose cooking and alchemy, that means I probably can't make my own bags now, right? So I probably have no choice but to buy a couple. Which I don't mind. I mean, I can always go kill more stuff for the money I spend. And they're cheap. I mean, just a few coppers, so it really doesn't bother me. I think it was this guy. Okay. Tattered pelt. Okay. I will be right here. Kielbasa. I made 9 characters on this server, and I made another 9 on PvP server, and then I made another 6 on one of the US West servers. This server I've got 2 guilds I made. Oblivion, and then one of my other alts has another guild that I ran on EverQuest for a while. So just because I wanted to lock down my name. But I doubt I'll play that character very much. Just because I played a warrior in EverQuest for like 15 out of the 17 years I played. I mainly played warrior. So in this game I want to go a different route. I really don't want to do the warrior thing again. But I still made a warrior and locked down my guild name that I had in EverQuest. I'm thinking this paladin's probably going to end up being my main. If it's not the paladin, it'll probably be a dire lord, aka Shadow Knight. Okay, let me see here. I'll give you those. Let me drag this window over so I can see. Hold on, let me give you these. Right click to add to trade. There you go. There you go. Oh, cool. I got bags. Now, are those the only bag slots I have? Just those 5? Can I put bags in these other slots too? Because I noticed the slots looked a little different. You cannot. Okay. What about bank? Can you put bags in your bank slots? Cool. Okay. Okay. Good deal. That's all I needed to know. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling you wouldn't be able to put bags in your other inventory slots because the slots looked different from the bag slots. So I think on my other characters I'm gonna have a bunch of trade skill characters basically. My alts. Like my main character here, I've got the alchemy and the cooking. My next character will probably do like blacksmithing and tailoring or whatnot. I'll have every trade skill on different characters, that way I can make anything I want. Does this have a shared bank on this game? That's one thing I didn't look at. So if it had shared bank. Thank you so much. No shared. Okay. your pet name, Bobin. That's EverQuest all over again. Babin. All the pet names and stuff in EverQuest, all the Jabobers and the Lenobers and the Babins and all that different stuff. It's exactly the same. I think I saw somebody run around earlier that had a pet named like Gabober or something like that. Just like EverQuest. Pouches. 6 slot containers. But you can't open them in those slots, I see. Okay. Okay. Oh, for my bank, okay. Thank you for your help. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was a hoarder in EverQuest too, so I expect that. Mainly it'll be I'll have food stuff all over the place. I guarantee it. I'll probably end up making one of my alts a storage character for food and different trade skill supplies and whatnot. That is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to drag this. Right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click. Wait. Oh, okay, it put them all inside each other. I was like, wait a minute, where did they go? That is so cool. Yeah, I saw a pet name earlier, and I just, instant EverQuest feels. Gabober and Linober. That is so cool. I like that. Yeah, I can buy a bunch of these bags and stick them in my bank. I don't mind paying for them because I can go, farm more money, so it don't bother me. But eventually I will start making my own on a different character. I've made almost all the characters. Save your wood. That's something I haven't done yet. Tried to chop down any trees or anything yet. So cool. I'm in love with this game already. Okay, so we're gonna keep playing, but as far as the live review goes, um, we'll send this video after I end stream. We'll send this VOD over to YouTube, and we're gonna cut it off at the end of my review, which will be here in just a second. So to wrap things up for the review part of the stream, from everything I've seen and done so far, just here in the very beginning of the game, the text that you see in the game, when you kill things, you have slain such and such, you've received such and such copper, you gain experience, the names of various different NPCs, the names of the newbie mobs themselves, just the overall look and feel of the game with updated graphics, of course. This game is indeed a successor to EverQuest. It makes me feel like I am back in the very early days of EverQuest. And those were the days that made so many people fall in love with the game. And to be able to bring that back with a modern look and feel, just, it's so awesome. So to end my review, I give my stamp of approval on Pantheon as a successor to EverQuest. So, that said, for anyone that has not played EverQuest, of course, this review would not help you at all. But for those who have played EverQuest in the past, everything is pretty much the same. I mean, you sit down to rest and regain your health and mana and whatnot faster, just like with EverQuest. You've got the ability to make macros, all your different UI elements that you could do in later days of EverQuest, you can do in this game. Pretty much everything that I've seen so far, it just screams EverQuest all over again, with that original feel to it that makes you fall in love. So, to all you experienced EverQuest players that are or were skeptical about this game, coming from a 17-year veteran of EverQuest that started out in 1998. It's got my stamp of approval. So take that how you will. I hope you enjoy this game. I'm going to be getting into this game quite a bit now. And we're going to be streaming it quite a bit, leveling up, having fun, playing with friends. We are going to put some effort into our guild. Maybe not quite as much as I did in EverQuest because I have a work life. But we will be building the guild, and once we get further into the game, level up a little bit, we'll start planning different get-togethers, events, and whatnot to add some fun into the guild other than just going out and killing stuff together. We're gonna see if we can find some raid targets and yeah, have some fun together. So if you like the name Oblivion and want to join, let me know. I do have a couple of friends like Code Rifle that raided me a while ago that wants to join up and move his characters here. So we haven't got around to doing that yet, but we will be building the guild. We will be doing things together eventually. Right now we just basically want to learn the game and see what's what before we start making plans. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you again very soon. Have fun, YouTube, and enjoy Pantheon. Alright, so we're going to cut the video when I send the VOD over to YouTube. We're going to cut the video right there.